What up, man? It's your boy Chefry Kitchen. I just jumped off the porch with dirty glove bastard. Kitchen on fire.
Yeah, fell asleep, count money now, waking up with paper cuts.
All right, so we got my boy Chefry Kitchen back on Off the Porch,
Yes,
man.
sir. How you doing, my brother? Appreciate
I'm
you.
feeling great, man. Honored to have you back on here, too.
Man, you already know, it's family. I love coming here, you know what I'm saying? Yep. Number one stop when I come.
For sure, man. Yeah, we was just talking about it. It's hard to believe it's been 3 years since your last interview.
Hell yeah, 3 years. A lot has transpired since then, you feel me? My hand almost healed up since last time. You know what I'm saying? Kitchen on fire.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is it supposed to fully heal?
Man, it's fully healed. It's just the pigmentation coming back.
Yeah.
But that's, you know, they told me when it happened, you know what I'm saying, it was gonna be years, a lot, you know what I'm saying, like before it totally healed.
It looks a lot better now, though.
Yeah, it's almost, like I said, it's almost there.
Yeah, it's just that knuckle, the two knuckles. That's for sure.
Just them knuckle area right there.
No, that's what's good, man. So yeah, what have you been working on here in Atlanta? You came down for the Step Brothers show, right?
Yeah, Step Brothers and a Currency show last night. That shit was epic.
Yeah.
Super hard, super hard. Center Stage is a dope venue.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
When they cut the lights, you know, on for periods of time, you know what I'm saying? You can just see it. I was like, damn, you know, it was like that. Kind of like a smaller Fox Theater, kind of how it made me feel. That kind of feel, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and they packed that bitch out too.
Packed
Man. I think it was 1,000 people on there. I know it holds 1,000. It looked like it was sold out too.
It was sold out. And man, if I'm not mistaken, a couple people I know was trying to get tickets. They were kind of pricey. Like, I mean,
oh yeah, the
which it should
resellers
be.
were on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I looked. They were
them
selling for
joints
over
out.
100.
Yeah, like 100, almost 200 something for the cheapest. You know what I'm saying? Ticket. Last minute.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what you
wild
get
right
last
there.
minute, man. You gonna get them last minute prices.
For sure, man. All right, so let's talk about this Kitchen on Fire Studios, man.
Man, yes sir, yes sir. Just did that last year. So in October, I've been open for a year.
Okay.
So man, that's something I wanted to do for a long time. Like living here for 10 years and seeing all the studios, you know what I'm saying? Then when I travel, that was a thing that I used to do a lot, booking studio time, because I used to like to get the vibe of where I'm at. Like, you know, when you're in Atlanta, you're gonna catch a different vibe than when you're at home. When you go to LA, it's gonna be a different vibe than Atlanta or home, you know what I mean? But, so I wanted to do something like that for my city, because we got a lot of studios, but I don't know, just wanted something that was low key and vibrant and, you know what I'm saying, like a creative space, especially like, that's what I like to do. I like to connect a lot of people together, you know what I'm saying? Because I work with a vast array of people, so I like connecting the dots, and it's a place, like a headquarters, to make that happen, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So did that, built that. My pops, that's what he used to do when I was growing up, construction, and so he helped me build it, you know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
We did pretty much everything except from framing it, the electrical, and the mud and taping of the sheetrock.
Okay.
Everything else we did.
Phew.
Yeah, so we was in there, like on my studio page. It's
Yeah.
crazy, like from the beginning from like day one to where it is now, we made it happen, you know what I'm saying? I think we did a good job, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't recognize how much work goes into building out a studio.
Like
Because even
when you
for the
doing-
2 rooms that we had here,
Listen, like most definitely, bro. Like I really didn't know what I was getting myself into, to be honest. You feel me? Like I said, coming up, my pops, he was in construction, so I seen him do bonus rooms and stuff like that. So I'm thinking like, you know, it's gonna be like 2 bonus rooms. Like, no, it's a studio, bro. You gotta do a lot of different things. And then when I did it, it was at the like the prices of wood and all the building materials was like crazy, like 3 to 4 times normal price, you feel me? And like no cap, as soon as I was done, like a month or 2 after I was done,
prices went down.
that shit went down.
That's how it always is, isn't it?
Yep, that's how it always work out, man, you feel me? Yep.
So is it open to the public, or is it just your studio, or
Okay,
you gotta
so-
know somebody, or?
You gotta know somebody. It's
Okay.
not open to the public. It's real low key, so you don't really know where it's at. You know what I'm saying? We don't really advertise. Like I may advertise, but I'm very selective of who I, you know what I'm saying, let come. Cause you know, you're gonna have, you know how it is nowadays, man. You gonna
Especially
have
in
some-
Memphis too, man.
Come on, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have some knuckleheads, man, you feel me? But it's very low key, you feel me? Like, so it's pretty much by appointment only, and you got to know somebody, because I have a lot of different clients, big names, and you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't even know it's a studio where I'm at. No signs, none of that, very low key, you feel me? So anybody can pull up.
Yeah, that's how we keep it here too. Like,
Man,
there's no
exactly.
DGB sign out there. You wouldn't
get
even
in,
know.
You like, damn, I'm in a whole new world, you feel me? And that's what everybody say when they come to that joint, they like, bro, this is a vibe, like I don't even feel like I'm in Memphis. You know what I'm saying? That's what I wanted to create. I wanted to create like something that'll be here, you know what I'm saying? Or LA, Miami, and Memphis. And is what, so like, it is my headquarters, so we getting a lot of work, kitchen on fire shit done, but like Action Pack, that's my #1 client there.
Okay, yeah.
Bro, like he's young artist, like he's the hardest one I've seen working.
Yeah,
like,
he's and his personality's so dope too. He's like so down to earth. He's very
real
humble,
down
too.
to earth, man. He worked hard. Like every time he come to the studio, he doing 4 songs minimum, and I mean he like this, you know what I'm saying? But his work ethic is crazy.
Yeah, y'all just put out that My Perspective.
Yep, My Perspective. We just dropped that. It's going crazy. The numbers doing real good on that. We're gonna do the video probably in the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
Cause that's gonna be on the project that's for the drop, you know.
For sure, man. Yeah. So your album's gonna be called Syl Jackson.
Syl Jackson, which I think is appropriately titled. You feel
Why
me?
is that? You break that down for us.
Yeah,
man.
let me break it down. So in case you don't, you know what I'm saying, those who wondering. So Syl Jackson, you know, that's what I've always done. Like I've been a person that I feel like I coach or set plays up, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how I look at it when I'm moving around and go to this studio and network with this person, and then I bring a lot of different players together, put a dream team together for this song, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like that's what I do. So Syl Jackson, I don't know how it hit me, man, how the idea came about, but then it just made sense to me. I was like, who is that? He like one of the, I think he might have one of the all-time, you know, best records as a coach.
Oh yeah,
most definitely,
he's got so many rings, that's for sure.
Hella rings, and he didn't coach 2 of the GOATs.
3 of the GOATs.
3 of the GOATs, my bad, 3 of the
yeah.
GOATs, you feel me? Shaq, Kobe, and MJ, you know what I'm saying, Jordan, and so I just thought it made sense, you feel me? That's how I feel about Don Tripp, Starlito. I feel like that's the caliber that they are. Like, they don't miss. Like, when I work with them, it's magic every time. Like I get that feeling with some people that I work with now. Like, you know, I'm finding more people, but those guys are special. You feel me? So I feel like I'm Syl Jackson. You know what I'm saying? I be putting this shit together. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I came about with that, and that's the logic behind it. So that's why I'm doing it in 4 quarters and then the overtime. So I had so many records, like over 50-some records. So I'm gonna do 12 songs each quarter, and the first one dropping Thanksgiving. 12 songs, first quarter. Syl Jackson.
For sure, man. So you got the single Flowers that you dropped earlier this year with Don Tripp, Starlito, and Kendrick P, man.
Yes, sir.
So break down, you know, the inspiration for this song.
Okay, I'm gonna break down the inspiration for this one. So that's really what gave me the brainchild. Like that was the brainchild for even doing the project. You feel me? So really it started with my uncle passed. I was already had the idea of doing the album, but my uncle passed, and one day I was just at the studio that I built, and I'm going through a lot of his old records because everybody done sampled them, like from Jay-Z and Kanye to Wu-Tang to Michael Jackson, Will Smith, a large range of people. But I'm listening to all the records, and the song that I sampled this same song like 10 plus years ago, you know what I'm saying? My little brother, Slick Nick, he had rapped on the beat. I can't even remember what I did with it, but like what happened to the beat or nothing. But when I heard the song, like it only does that like on the intro of the song. The whole rest of the song, it changes up, you know how they used to do. It might be 4 bars or something, and then boom, it goes to something totally different. So I was like, man, you know, I want to revisit that. So I made the beat, me and my producer DTdaKidd, and we made the beat, and I was like, damn, I want to use this to pay homage to my uncle. You feel me? Because we had a real close relationship. As far as like he was real supportive in what I had going. He was still doing music before he passed. Like so he was still like hit me up for Pro Tools advice or hey, I want you to do some drums on this or something. You know what I mean? Because he was old soul, but he still was kind of young at heart. You feel me? Because he used to get sampled by so many rappers. He just had a young soul. Like if you just look at some of the old interviews of him, he's a trip. But so I was like, if I'm gonna do a record on that, who better to try to, who I work with the most, you feel me?
Yeah.
Darn Trip and Starlito. And then I already knew before I did anything with it, once the beat was made, I wanted to do it about giving people their flowers because I gave my uncle his flowers, but it still was like so much more that I felt like I could have done that I didn't do, you feel me? Because you feel like you got time and it's not promised, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I want to name it, I want it to be about giving people their flowers. So I'm like, boom, simple to the point, flowers. So at that time I was working with Kendrick P and was doing a lot of work and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try to get Tripp and lead on this. So we was in the studio working, me and Kendrick P, and I pulled the beat up. I was like, I want to check out something, bro. I'm trying to put together an album, but I want to do this song, you know, based on giving people their flowers, played it for him. He was like, oh, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we whipped up something, he did the hook. So once he did the hook, I sent it to Tripp, and he was like, Craig, I got you. Like, it's nothing, you feel me? He came and did his joint. So once he did his, I wanted to have it more together once I sent it to Lito. Once he did his, I sent it to Lito, and maybe a couple of weeks later, he, you know, of course up front, he was like, yeah, I got you. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing. So sent it back, and what I ended up with is classic. So once they did what they did, I went back and added the original song at the end of it just to bring it back so you can hear how, you know what I'm saying? Like
how you flipped it.
Yeah, how I flipped it and paying homage to him at the end. And then at the beginning, I got one of the, like a voice memo clip of one of the last voicemails he left me before he passed, because he passed in March. So like I said, around that time he passed, I would just start thinking about, you know, stuff I had did, because I had did other things with him when I was younger, like just collabing and listening to old records and stuff. But I was like, I want to do something, you know, I'm having a little more emotion. I want to do something to pay, you know, homage to him. Because he always told me, nephew, sample all my shit, you feel me? So-and-so sample my shit, they ain't playing the shit, you sample all of it.
That's love right there. You ain't got to pay that fee, man.
He's like, man, you already know what's good. You got this, so yeah, you know what I'm saying? We made that happen.
That's really dope. And the song turned out really dope too.
I appreciate it, man. I think so too, man. It's a nice record, like, you know what I'm saying? And they don't do that for everybody, you feel me? So I really appreciate them guys.
Absolutely, man. So who else should we expect to hear on first quarter then?
On first quarter, you got Eddie Valero. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to DJ Coop,
heavy. Man. He going crazy right now. Like, he next up. So I got him on there. Girlfriend, R&B artist out of Memphis. Yeah, I'm sure y'all probably just familiar with Tripp, heard on Tripp's song, on his album, 2 songs. Kendrick P, ATM Rich Baby.
Okay, he's going
Clay Perry, Tay Keith artist. Lil Beezy out of Memphis. My artist Pretty Payola, AR the Mermaid.
She been going viral lately, man.
Yeah, she going crazy. She out of here.
We interviewed her last year, and her interview has been going stupid the past 2 months.
Yeah. The video I did with her and my artist, Up the Skull, it's been going crazy too. She got she's locked in. She going crazy. She out of here though. I'm trying to see, man. A couple more. And then, like I said, I got 4 quarters and overtime, so I got plenty of big names on there spread out. But the first one gonna give you 12 songs, you know what I'm saying? Number bangers, straight to the point. Got starting it off with Tripp, called Buzzer Beater. Crazy record, and going crazy, man. Kitchen on fire, you know what I'm saying?
So did you engineer all these songs too? Did you record them, or?
I recorded everything, every song I recorded. Even Christopher too, I recorded all those joints. Yeah, man. I think DT might have engineered a couple of them too.
So how'd you discover DT, man? Because y'all's chemistry
It's
Man, when
crazy.
y'all hear them 2 tags and beat them drums and DTdaKidd,
you already know what's going to go on. One of my mutual partners, one of my brothers, Bizzle Beats, he that's one of my partners. He do graphics and he make beats too.
Okay.
He introduced me to DT. You know, we was, you know, I'm in the city. My partners, they come through the studio, and DT just used to always hit me. You know, I was looking to sign producers. You know, I was getting to that point where I was like, you know, I got a little thing going on. Let me help some other people. You feel me? And so Bizzle was coming around. He brought DT around. I was like, man, let's see about signing these guys. You feel me? And DT just was real persistent. You feel me? Like, you know, I ain't gonna lie. He forced the issue, which that's what you're supposed to do. You feel me? So, like, that's what I wanted to do, but I might wasn't moving quick enough. You feel me? So DT was like, hey, what you doing today, Chef? Kind of like Trip did me when we did Christopher. Like, every day he's seeing what I got going on. He pulling up. We making something. He sending me something that he did. And I just seen like, he younger than me. I seen like, he's like a me. Like, that's what made sense. Like, he think like I think. We finish each other. Like, sometimes we'll be making something and I'll be telling him something, hey, do, and he'd be like, I was just about to do that. Like, even recording, like, putting a drop here, we think just alike, you feel me? So we linked through a mutual friend, Bizzle, that's my dog. He still do a lot of my graphics, you feel me? And man, DTdaKidd is the truth, man, you feel me? Yeah. So I signed him to Kitchen on Fire, and I told him, like, I was like, brother, like, you talented, you know, I don't got no big bag to give you right now, but I got a lot of opportunity, and you know what I'm saying? It took a little minute. Like I told him, like, you know, let's just put the work in. It's gonna line up. You feel me? So now everything is lining up to where he right in line with everything that's going on. Yeah. And he did damn near every jump on Christopher 2 with me, except for maybe like 2 or 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Christopher 2, like, man, just kind of break down this creative process, like you, DT, and Trip, y'all all in the studio at the same time? Or how does this work?
All in the studio at the same time. Most definitely me and Trip every time, because DT, we got 2 rooms at our studio, so sometimes he may be running another session in the other room. Okay. But every song, like, that's what I really love about working with Trip at my studio versus when we used to work in his studio. You know, his studio is his. He gotta, you know, lock up. He can't just be in rapper mode. You feel me? When he come work with me, just like, brother, I want you to just come, that's all you gotta do is rap. I'm gonna take care of everything else. You feel me? And so we really didn't, like, we never start like, hey, we for to work on this. We always working. You feel me? And once we got some records done, I think he had already said, like, we're gonna do Christopher 2, like, after a couple songs, we're gonna be Christopher 2. And while we was working on it, I don't know what hit me. I was like, you know, and like he even said, you know, when I first started working with him, I kind of wouldn't say certain shit, you feel me? Like, I don't wanna, you know, but now I kind of feel comfortable giving my input. So I was like, what do you think about season 2? You feel me? Like, he was like, Craig, that's hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we locked it in like that, and then this time also I felt more comfortable bringing more things to the table. So like we usually work, we come in, I may make a beat right then, I may play some things I made the last couple of days, and then we'll lock in, record some shit. But this time, like, I had Kendrick P, I brought him to the table on there. Girlfriend, super talented, I brought her to the table, and he's open to my suggestions, you feel me? So I'm like, I think with Kendrick P, it just happened to where when he came to the studio to work that day, I was working with Kendrick P and we was wrapping up. And he introduced himself, and then Trip he gonna listen to you, you know what I'm saying? So he played some music. That was all she wrote. He probably lingered around for a minute. I was playing some beats. He started humming and shit, and wow, you know what I'm saying? So we put it together like that. Same thing with Girlfriend. But Girlfriend, I was working with her on her project. She dropped in February. And I mentioned to him, like, I got this record, I think you'll sound dope on, because that's the thing about Trip, he can do anything. It's like he's not no one trick, you know what I'm saying? He got several tricks up his hat, but and he was open to it, so we did a record called Bathroom Floor. So that was already kind of lined up when we started working. I was like, Girlfriend, how we did that? What do you think about that? So we ended up doing 2 records, and then also with Juicy Fruit, you feel me?
Mm-hmm. She's on one of the records with Girlfriend.
Yeah, she's on one of the records. I know Juicy, that's how I met my baby mother, through Juicy Fruit. But
oh, wow.
So we already locked in. We've been knowing each other for a long time. But I hollered at Juicy, first Trip, like, would you be down? I think that'd be dope. Cause like, I was thinking like he probably was at first too. Like, she's spitting, you spitting. But at the same time, I know Juicy other side, you feel me? Like, she versatile too, you know what I'm saying? So I said to something that he wasn't expecting. So you know what I'm saying? When I told him which one we did, cause we already had the song, like the idea, he just hadn't dropped to it. I was like, I'm gonna send the commitment joint, you know what I'm saying? See what, he was like, I don't know, Craig, what I hear, is be more aggressive, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I feel you, but just check it out. And I was like, I'm gonna holler at her, I'm gonna see if she'll do one of each. And she was like, yeah, I do an aggressive one too. We just never did have to go back to the aggressive one. Once she sent that one back and he heard it, he was like, I see what you're saying, you feel me? And so he kind of let me spearhead a couple things on this one, you know what I'm saying? So it's a little more special to me too. And I feel like it's a really, really well-rounded album.
Yeah.
Like, you don't really get that these days. It'll be more catered to one lane, you know what I'm saying? But he got something for everybody on there. Like, even my mom can listen to it, you know what I'm saying? Like, straight up, my pops. Like, his songs on there for older people, younger people. I fuck with it. I think it's a classic.
Nah, the
I've
album
seen a
is
couple
hard,
people
man.
say album of the year Nas. I done seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're recording Trip, how often do you just be like, man, what did he just say? Because, he be coming up with these punchlines. It's like, God
Bro, I'm
damn.
glad you asked me this, and Trip can attest. Bro, I done recorded so many verses of him, and it's not just the music, his music. I do a lot of his features that he do. He come and record them. So every single time, bro, I'm blown away. Like, he never, like.
There's always like every song, there's at least one bar where it's like, God damn.
Like, God damn, like, what the?
How'd you come up with this?
And I even be recording this shit, and sometimes it'd be so much for me to take in, especially when I'm recording it, because it's not in there rapping it over and over again where you hearing it when he go in the booth, and 9 times out of 10, he just go straight through. If he got a hook on the song, every time it's one take, you feel me? He don't really do an ad lib. But it's amazing, man. Like, I'm always amazed. Every verse, like, I've never heard a bad verse from him. I never heard a verse that when he came out the booth, I wasn't like, bruh, you just, like, he already know it. I'm like, bruh, that's crazy, bro, how accurate you are. That's why I be telling him, every come out, I be like, bruh, 100% accuracy. You don't miss every time. And like, he the only person that I know, he'll come and do a feature and it'd be 8 bars. But I'll be feeling like he did a 16 because he said so much in them 8 bars. Like, you most definitely get your money's worth.
Oh, absolutely,
when you get a feature from him.
Real shit.
Every time.
Yeah. And what I like about him too is he promotes his features, man. So many rappers don't do that at all.
Man, they don't do that, man. Bro gonna put that up on his page. He gonna show you love, like, as they should. You feel me? Some people spending their hard-earned money with you. Some people just get it and they won't even share it. You feel me?
Yeah. You won't even acknowledge it when you send it to them. Be like, what the fuck?
Like, well, damn, that's crazy, bro. Yep.
Has there been any other artists you've been working with that won't be featured on the album, or as far as like your production side?
You said that
that won't be on your album.
That won't be on my album?
Yeah.
No, everybody I pretty much that I've been working with is on there.
Okay.
And it's God made it work that way. Like even with Action Pack, Eddie Valero, these are the people that I met in the last stages of making my album. ATM, Rich Baby, even Kendrick P and Girlfriend. But it's something about it. Like when they grab it. Like, what? You working on the album? I got you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I need in.
Yeah. How can I get in? You feel me? Like a lot of them. When I said I was gonna do 4 quarters, like, hey, bro, we got to go back in. I need some on every quarter. You feel me? I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. You right. Jordan is gonna want to be in another quarter. You know what I'm saying?
Real shit. Yeah.
You got to play the whole game.
What's some advice you would share to some upcoming producers right now, trying to get their foot in the door?
Man, I'm gonna make it real short and to the point. Man, just work. Just put the work in. Don't be chasing no. Like if you really love it and you really want to make it, just work. Like don't chase the big placements like people that's already on. If it happens, it happens. But work with people that's coming up, because new people blowing every day. You feel me?
Yep.
You're gonna grow. You're gonna go further with them than you would with somebody that's already established. Because somebody that's already established, they got 100 million people trying to pull them and get at them. You know what I'm saying? So just do the work. You know what I'm saying? And if you find yourself in a room with somebody that's of some importance, don't be money hungry. Don't let that blow your opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Because relationships is worth more than money.
Absolutely.
So that's what I say for sure. Relationships are worth more than money.
Okay, yeah.
For sure.
What's your thoughts on the rise of the women rappers in Memphis, man? They got shit on lock, right?
Hey, they got shit on lock, man. Like, I didn't see it coming, but I understand it. You feel me? It's not a lot of women. You feel me? And even when Atlanta had it, I don't feel like it was a lot of women just, you feel me? Like you'll have some here and there, but it's not. You think about it, you just think back, you got Cardi B, you got Nicki, you got Megan Thee Stallion, you got, you know what I'm saying? It's not, but Memphis has the spotlight right now.
Oh yeah.
And just being honest, even with like Glorilla, our women is different. Like they from Memphis. You feel me? So we one of a kind, man. So I'm loving it. That's all I can say, man. Shout out to Hit Kid, because he responsible. Like he putting the spotlight on a lot of them. You feel me? And it's overdue. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't see the talent, man. Why not work with them? Show some love. You feel me?
Point. Real shit, man.
Look where they got them.
Yeah. I feel like it's always about sharing your platform.
Yeah,
man.
you got to, man. You can't. I mean, that's the point of building a platform, so you can share it with somebody else and help somebody else grow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I just hope him and Glorilla, they can resolve whatever the business side is.
I'm thinking so, man. You feel me? A lot of that be, and I ain't gonna even try to touch on it too much. A lot of that just be something blew up too quick. You feel me? And hey, when they tell you that it only take one song to change your life, it's true.
Yeah.
That's a prime example. One song, that's all it takes. You can be doing this shit for 2 years, 10 years. That one song happened, it's up from there. You feel me? And just have your business in order. Like, that's another gem for producers. Like, if you don't know, ask. Don't be ashamed to ask. I think there'd be a lot of people, because like coming up, that's what I ran into with a lot of people when it was time to try to handle business. I knew the business, but when I damn near started talking to somebody about the business, they damn near didn't even, like, I almost think you're trying to get over on them because they don't even know. So they like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't know about this, so I don't even want to let him know I don't know about this, but man, ask it. A lot of more people is willing to share information these days, I feel. And the information is readily available.
Yeah, you just got to know where to look for it.
Just got to know where to look for it, man. Google is a motherfucker.
That's real, man. So, Phil Jackson, first quarter, Thanksgiving Day?
Thanksgiving Day, man.
Okay.
You hear me? 11/24.
Then we going what, every month, every other month?
We're going to drop every month, every 30 days. So I'm probably going to drop again Christmas.
Okay.
And then, like, probably around Martin Luther King birthday, or his holidays, and then you know what I'm saying, Valentine's, I got something for everybody, you feel me? Valentine's, I might do straight R&B shit, you feel me? Because I got so much of that shit. Shout out to Kendrick P, shout out to Girlfriend. Two of the coldest. Like Memphis we got more than rappers now. Y'all for to see the R&B with them two. They hard. I'm talking about stupid.
Real shit, man.
Yep.
Anything else you're working on right now, Chef?
I'm working with Eddie Valero. Y'all check out Eddie Valero. He got a project for the drop. Should be out maybe by the time this drop, called Just For You. I'm working with projects with a lot of people. My partner Easton out of Atlanta. My partner Show B. I got a beat tape dropping Christmas Day called Place Your Order 5. I drop one so any artist that want to work, you don't got no budget, that's your chance. Every Christmas.
Download the album.
Download the album, 12 songs, 12 beats every Christmas. I've been doing this my 5th year, you feel me? So, and yeah, man, no telling who else. A lot of things in the works. A lot of things in the work. You already know Mo Trip, Mo Lito. Never know, you might get a Chef and Lito project coming up soon, you feel me?
We in need for that, man.
We working it. We need it. The streets need it.
Yep.
The fans need it, you feel me? And Step Brothers for life.
Well overdue, man.
Well overdue.
Yeah.
And it's in the oven. It's in the oven, it's cooking.
All right, Chef, you got a shout out you'd like to give before we wrap it up here, bro?
Man, I want to shout out to my family in the M. Shout out to my son, Bryson. That's who I do it for. And shout out to DTdaKidd, the whole Kitchen on Fire, Pretty Payola. And that's it, man. Kitchen on Fire, man. Y'all get that Syl Jackson when it drop.
All right, cool.
Love, my brother.
Always love, bro.
Fell asleep, count money now, waking up